What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro with Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here, is if your Gemini, is if your midheaven is in the sign of Gemini. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your midheaven, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important to study yourself, to understand yourself, to love yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I'll put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize that your midheaven is in the sign of Gemini, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now you already know, before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Gemini midheaven people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Madonna, Steve Jobs, Kurt Cobain, Jay-Z, Mark Zuckerberg, Nicole Scherzinger, your boy Kevin Hart, Usher, Donald Glover, Janelle Monáe, LL Cool J, and Rachel Ray. Alright, so boom. Midheaven in Gemini. First of all, what does midheaven mean? What does it represent in your birth chart? So when you're looking at your birth chart, looking at the circle, you will see a horizontal line, a bold horizontal line representing your ascendant sign and your descendant. Ascendant is your rising. The opposite of your ascendant is your descendant. That's a bold horizontal line. And then you'll see a bold vertical line. That is your midheaven. Is represented by the letters MC. Don't just look at your birth chart and think your midheaven is in your 10th house. Look for the two small letters MC, which represents medium coeli or medium celli. It doesn't matter how you say it, but the MC is your midheaven. And the opposite of your MC, the midheaven, is the highest point of your chart. So that's like your public persona, like your reputation, like your public image for your career especially. That's the highest point of your chart. The opposite of your midheaven is called your IC or your imam coeli, imam celli. That's called IC. That's like your inner private life kind of thing. Midheaven, remember on the circle, anything on top of the horizontal line is the energy that people can see. Anything that's on the bottom of the horizontal line is energy that's private to you that people can't see. MC, medium coeli, is the midheaven. Opposite of midheaven is your IC. So to fully understand what your midheaven is and how it represents for you as a chart, represents to you as a person, you got to know your midheaven and then also know the opposite, which is your IC. So having a midheaven in Gemini, the opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius. So automatically your IC is Sagittarius. So boom, what does that mean? So that means that, first of all, going through your IC, that's like your private life. That's like the kind of energy you have to overcome growing up kind of thing before you reach to your highest point in your chart, before you reach to your outside persona. You got to understand your IC. Having a Sagittarius IC means that in your private life or in your childhood, you were the type that either had a mother that traveled a lot or a mother that really like was very blunt in what she says, and like really like kind of harsh and blunt when she talked to you a little bit. So you always felt like you kind of wanted to leave or wanted to go somewhere else when it comes to your family dynamic. It's like y'all the type that felt like you didn't belong in the family, or you just felt like, I want to go somewhere else. Because, you know, Sagittarius energy has this complex of like the grass is greener complex, where they always feel like the grass is greener on the other side. They always want to go somewhere else. That's why they like to travel all the time. So you always felt in your childhood growing up that when it comes to your family dynamic, you always wanted to go somewhere else. You wanted to leave your family. I'm not saying you didn't love your family. I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying your mother treated you like trash or anything like that. But generally, you just felt in your heart that you would be happier if you were somewhere else. Like you wanted to travel somewhere else or go somewhere else besides your family. So having a Sagittarius IC, you subconsciously wanted to go somewhere else. So like I said, so if you couldn't physically leave the family, y'all the type that would love to like read, because reading gets your mind in a whole different imagination, a whole different place in this realm kind of thing. Read, study, especially study about things pertaining to like the universe and like the truth about life. Sagittarius things like they're truth seekers, philosophies and all that. So y'all the type that are really studying about real shit about life that really pertains to like the questions that we ask, like why are we here, like what are we doing. So y'all the type that loves to study and learn about life through your private home. Like you really sit in your room and actually be reading and studying and doing things like this, asking questions about life and actually trying to figure out the answers. So y'all subconsciously always wanted to get out of your family life, always wanted to leave. You could have felt like your voice wasn't heard, like when you speak or when you wanted to express yourself to your family members, like your voice wasn't heard. So you always felt like you were like the black sheep, or kind of like you were alone in a way. So you just wanted to leave and escape kind of thing. So understand that your IC is that Sagittarius energy. You wanted to travel outside your family life. You wanted to search for answers about the truth about life. So y'all the type that are very, very intelligent, because y'all really love to learn and study things for yourself. Like I always say, like y'all the type that loves to read a lot, because that helps you escape reality in your own other world while still being in the house kind of thing. So with that, in your private life, y'all do love to study real knowledge, real shit. Y'all really like to intake knowledge that really matters in this lifetime about the universe and about life and all that. So when you go from your IC going up to your midheaven, which is your MC, which is your public persona, when it comes going out to the workplace, y'all do give off an energy that y'all are very like communicative and very chatty patty in a way. So y'all give off an energy that y'all really love to talk and communicate surface level though. Y'all give off an energy that's like surface level conversations. So people can like naturally come up to you, trying to talk to you, trying to chat with you about things that don't really have like don't really have depth to it. Even though in your private life, y'all the type to study real stuff, really like to indulge in real knowledge. When you go out into public, y'all look like y'all just like to be like have shallow conversations, or like just like to have like chit-chatty conversations. Now when you have an MC, as in Gemini, you know Geminis like to multitask. Geminis always are moving around, always want to ask questions, like they're very like restless. They have to like keep themselves stimulated in a way. So having this, y'all need to have a kind of career that constantly keeps you stimulated, because y'all always are very y'all get easily bored at work. A lot of times if you're at work and you're trying to like express yourself to your manager, to your boss, trying to speak and tell them what really bothers you, and they're not listening, y'all quit a job like that, y'all leave a job like that. Because like remember back in your childhood, you always felt like your voice wasn't heard. You always felt like you had to escape from your family. You always felt like you had to go somewhere else. So in public persona, in your business world and your career, you always feel the need to be able to communicate and to talk what you want to speak and what you want to be heard kind of thing. In your childhood, your voice wasn't heard. So in the public persona in your career, you always want to be able to communicate freely. And y'all are really good at communicating to the public world. So that's why people come up to you a lot and just talk to you. You just give off this friendly vibe that you're really like good at speaking. In your private life, you couldn't talk like that. In your family life, you felt like nobody understands you. So when you get out in the public at work, people feel this energy that you're really good at speaking. So when you're trying to talk to your authority, trying to talk to your bosses that are not listening to you, y'all could, like I said, leave a job just like that. But with this placement, to feel the most fulfilled, I would suggest that y'all like try to get like more than one career path to go after, because y'all get bored really quickly. Like I said, a lot of times it's kind of hard for y'all to pinpoint one thing that you want to do in this lifetime. Y'all gonna always like, today you want to be this, want to be a pilot. Tomorrow you want to be like a journalist. Like tomorrow you want to be like a social media blogger. Like y'all have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different interests in life, because Gemini, like I said, multitasking, they like to do a lot of things at once. So to keep yourself stimulated, to keep your mind stimulated, to keep your energy stimulated in a way, I would suggest that y'all choose like more than one passion or more than one like career to go after. But the best career for y'all, like I said, y'all needs to feel like you can communicate freely. Even if like a lot of times if you have a Virgo rising, you have a Gemini MC. Even if you're Virgo rising and you're very reserved and very to yourself, you still give off this energy as in this person is very like easy to talk to, or you're gonna be naturally good at speaking and communicating. So once you get over that fear, because you know how y'all Virgos be when it comes to like y'all very self-critical on yourself and like to be like over analyzing things. Once you get over that fear of actually being able to communicate, y'all are naturally great at communicating. So look for a field, look for careers that you can use your speech, use your communication skills to help you get ahead in life. So like I said, communications, working in media, journalisms, like writing things, speaking, blogging, podcasts, anything that has to do with speaking and like communicating with people. Like look at Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, like their career was making it easier for us to communicate. Mark Zuckerberg made Facebook for us all to communicate. Steve Jobs made the iPhone for us all to communicate. Like I'm using my iPhone right now. Like working in the fields of communication is what helps y'all feel fulfilled, because y'all want to express yourself and communicate a lot and talk and like share your information a lot. In your private life though, y'all are very to yourself, very indulgent into information, into real knowledge about the truth about life, truth seeking about life, Sagittarius knowledge, philosophies. Y'all love to study and indulge yourself in these things. When you get out in public though, you give off like a very like friendly, chatty patty vibe, very friendly, like surface level conversation vibe. So don't be surprised when people come up to you with gossip, people come up to you with like these small conversations, like you saw the Kim Kardashian episode yesterday, like talking about these like small things, because you give off like these, you just generally want to communicate out information, just want to talk. So y'all are naturally great at speaking. So look for a career path for yourself that will help you not get bored by doing something that always keeps you stimulated. Y'all not the type to be stuck in a cubicle desk job on the computer 9 to 5, not saying nothing to nobody, just doing the mundaneness. Y'all will be easily bored. And with Gemini MC, Gemini in your midheaven, y'all be the type to change careers a lot. Don't be surprised if in your lifetime you like, damn, I have a job like every 6 months, every 4 months. Like you will always be switching jobs a lot, because like it's kind of hard for y'all to stay in one spot and be like reserved in it, because y'all always have to keep yourself stimulated. So with this placement, y'all be the type that always wants to learn. When you go out in public, when you go out to your job, career site kind of thing, you're like really eager to get information for yourself. Y'all are really intelligent about grasping information. Y'all love to learn, put your hand in different baskets. So keep that in mind for yourself. Try to pursue more than one passion so you won't be bored, but y'all the type to communicate out to the world with your voice. And in your private life, y'all like indulge in this like Sagittarius kind of philosophy, kind of information kind of thing. So like I said, anything with communications, when it comes to like having a job for yourself, anything that keeps you stimulated mentally, anything that's not boring and mundane and like every day it's the same thing, anything that allows you to actually speak your truth, speak your voice to people, and they actually listen to you and hear you, especially your bosses. Because like I said, y'all will leave a job like that, y'all will switch a job like that, y'all will switch your career path that's like that. As soon as anything small happens that doesn't really match or mesh with you, because y'all need that constant stimulation, like I said, y'all can leave a job just quick fast like that. So keep that in mind. With this placement, y'all are very intelligent in the private life. A lot of people might not even realize how like smart y'all are, because in the outside y'all give off this Gemini vibe that's very like chit chatty, but in your private life y'all the type to really be reading and studying deep knowledge, deep truth about life, Sagittarius things. So that's my video on Gemini Midheaven. Hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on Cancer Midheaven, and that's my placement, so you already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real. If you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead, handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm going to see all y'all when I see y'all.